Today we are going to discuss about some operations on matrices. We discuss about what are the matrices, different types of matrices, and what is the meaning of equality of two matrices. Okay, so next coming to the next lecture, and so the next topic is operations on matrices. So what are the different operations that we can have with the matrices? So the first operation is addition. Like addition means if you want to add two different matrices, so for the matrix addition there is one condition actually. The condition is order of matrices must be same. Means if you want to add a matrix A and a matrix B, if you want to add these two matrices, they must be of the same order. Means if the matrix A is having the order of the matrix is m cross n, and if it is like A cross B, so here the condition is m must be is equals to A and n must be is equals to B, otherwise the addition of the matrices will not be possible. Okay, for example, how to add? So it is very easy. For example, if we have a matrix A with the elements 2, 3, 1 and 4, suppose it is a square matrix of order 2 cross 2. There is another matrix B with the same order 5, 1, 0 and suppose minus 1. Same order is like 2 cross 2, and if you want to add these two matrices A plus B, so A plus B is simply add the first element of the first matrix with the first element of the second matrix, means 2 plus 5. Then 3 plus 1, it will be 1 plus 0, and this is 4 minus 1. So the addition will be is equals to 5 plus 2 is 7, 4, 1 and 3. So this is the addition of the matrices. Similarly, we can have a matrix that is a known square matrices, like having different number of rows and columns. So we have to do the same thing. So simply add elements by elements. Okay. So this is about the matrix addition. Next operation we have subtraction. How to subtract? So the same condition as in addition. Same condition as in addition means like we should have the same number of rows and columns. So here like we have to just simply, if you want to subtract, then you have to just simply subtract element by element. Okay, so A minus B, and you will subtract the first element of the first matrix with the first element of the second matrix. Okay, similarly the second element, then we have the third element, just subtract the third element from the third element and the fourth from the fourth, so you will get the solution, right? For example, again if you have two matrices, the condition is order must be same. So we are taking the example like the matrix are of order 2 cross 2, it can be of any order. So for the subtraction, what you will do is the first element with the first element, right? 1 minus 0, 0 minus minus 1, so it will become 0 plus 1, then 1 minus 3. So the answer is 0, 1, 1 and minus 2. So this is the solution, right? So this is the subtraction, just like addition. The next operation we have matrix multiplication. So the third operation is multiplication. Okay, this operation is important, so the answer समझिएगा. So how to multiply two matrices? Okay, so suppose we are taking an example, and this is 2, 3, 1 and 4. The another matrix is 5, 0, 3 and suppose 2, right? You can take any matrix like, okay. Now what is the condition for the matrix multiplication? This is also important. The condition is, if you are having a matrix A and there is another matrix B, if you want to multiply these two matrices, suppose the first matrix is having the order is n cross m and the second matrix is of order A cross B. So the condition is the value of m must be is equals to A. What is the meaning? The meaning is the number of columns in the first matrix. The number of columns in the first matrix must be same as the number of rows in the second matrix. So the condition is number of columns in first matrix must be same as the number of rows in second matrix. Okay, and the resultant that we will get maybe like suppose C matrix. The order of matrix C will be n cross B. So this is very important, right? So what is n cross B? N is the number of rows in the first matrix. And B is number of columns in second matrix. So ध्यान रखिएगा, ये बहुत ही important concept है जो आपको लाइफ टाइम यूज होने वाला है, राइट? आप मे बी इंजीनियरिंग करने के लिए जाएंगे तो इसका वहां पर भी बहुत यूज होगा. मैं इट इज it will help you in solving the exams questions like in the MCQs, like we have competitive exams as well. So this is the condition. So what is the condition? Again, if I repeat it, the number of column that m in the first matrix must be same as the number of rows in the second matrix. तो ये values match होनी चाहिए. And the resultant matrix that we will get is of the order n cross B. Okay. So if you take the example, तो सबसे पहले जब हम मैट्रिक्स को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, we have to check this condition must be fulfilled. Otherwise, matrix multiplication will not be possible. So in the first, if we take the example like how to multiply two matrices. So for the first example, like suppose we have these matrices like this. And the another matrix B is equals to 4, 2, 1 and maybe like 5. And if you want to multiply these two matrices, so first we need to check. This value must be equals to this. Yes, they are equal. So the matrix multiplication is possible and the resultant matrix will be of the order this 2 and this 2. So this will be of the order 2 cross 2, right? So how to multiply? Like in addition and subtraction, what we did is like simply add elements and subtract the element by element. So here this is not like this. A matrix multiplication is little different. First row, the elements in the first row will be multiplied by the elements in the first column. Hence 2 will be multiplied by 4 and 1 will be multiplied by 1. So 2 into 4 plus 1 into 1. Then this row and this column means 2 into 2 plus 1 into 5. Then the second row, first column, 0 into 4 plus 1 into 1. Second row, second column, that is 0 into 2 plus 1 into 5. So this will be the matrix multiplication and you will get the result as 4 2 ja 8 plus 1 is 9, 2 2 ja 4 plus 5 is 9 and this is 0 plus 1 is 1 and this is 5. So this is the matrix multiplication of two matrices of order 2 cross 2. Okay, so this is very important. कैसे किया आपने? Take the elements from the row, multiply with the column elements. Then first row, second column, second row, first column, second row, second column, like this. Okay. अभी एक और example लेते हैं. Let's suppose we have a matrix of different orders. Maybe if we take a matrix A of order 2 cross 2, and matrix B of order 2 rows and 1 column. This is 2 cross 2. So for the matrix multiplication, this number must match with this number. Yes, they are equal, and the resultant matrix that we will get will be having 2 rows and 1 column. So the output will be like this. So what will be the multiplication of these two matrices? You will take the elements of the first row, multiply with the elements of the first column. So 2 into 4 plus 5 into 40. Similarly, second row, first column, that is 8 into 4 plus 10 into 40, and this is the output. So this is 4 to the 8 plus 200. This is 32 plus 400. So the resultant matrix is 208 and this is 432. So this is how to multiply two matrices of different orders. The condition is the number of column in the first matrix must be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. Okay, so this matrix multiplication is important. There are many questions like we have in the exercise. The fourth operation is scalar multiplication. This is multiplication by a scalar. What is the meaning? Like suppose if you have a matrix A of order, maybe like again we are taking 2 cross 2, this is 0, and there is a scalar number that like suppose k is equals to, maybe you can take 4, and if you want to multiply the scalar number with this matrix, so means this is 4 multiplied by 2, 1, 2, 0. So what you have to do is just simply multiply all numbers with 4. So 4 to the 8, 4 1 to 4, 4 to the 8, and 4 0 to 0. So this is the scalar multiplication. Okay, so if you are multiplying a number scalar with a matrix having suppose these 4 elements, so the resultant matrix will be Ka, Kb, Kc and Kd. So this will be the resultant matrix. Okay, so this is about the operations on the matrices. So based on this, now we have some questions. Like if you come to the exercise 3.2, this exercise is having some questions based on the operations on the matrices that we will discuss in the next lecture. Fine.